In my work with students at the high school, I was working with chronically absent students, and it wasn't because they didn't want to come to school, it's because there were challenges out of their control that they were dealing with, really big problems that no teenager should have to face. I had several students that I would call in the morning at 6 a.m., waking them up, and it wasn't about the action of waking them up. It was about having someone on the other side who cared about them and wanted them to show up to school. Cling to God, and you'll be able to hold on to those moments that you do see visible success.
We housed 37 different volunteers from different states who came in order to serve at the shelter. And I just consider that a pretty good success for 1 year. Some of the volunteers actually stated that their border experience here was life-changing for them. Because we have the volunteers coming, they are able to serve the migrants and give them a sense of human dignity.
Success is the day in court when the judge tells mom, dad, parents that they can be reunified, that they can receive their children back because they have met their goals. And success for me has been able to turn to that parent and say, you worked really hard. You jumped through many hoops, but you did it. You did it for the sake of your child. That to me is a tremendous gift.
So our kids who grow up in a real black and white world, a world where you kill snakes to stay alive, a world where you fetch water every day as part of your everyday life, they got help and they did well. Our methods were working and our kids were great. We uplifted them. I've got girls sending me messages. They're nurses now, young men who are heads of companies now, boys who are now priests serving the diocese, and other young women have joined other religious communities. And we're just, it's a great success, this school.
One example that I will never forget is Thanksgiving food drive. And I was bringing food to a home where there were 3 young boys that never helped me, that didn't know my name no matter how many times I came. And it was snowing. And I thought, you know what? I quit. This food is heavy. I'm tired of doing this, and I'm not doing this again. I rang the doorbell, and the 8-year-old yelled, "Hey, Mom, she's here." And in my head, I thought, he doesn't even know my name. And then he said, "The lady's here." And I said, "Hi." And he said, "I knew you'd come." I said, "You did? How did you know I'd come?" And he said, "Because when I was praying this morning, I reminded God I know you." And I think that's what Catholic social teaching is. It's changing in a big or a small way somebody's situation and making it more life-giving.
One of the most gratifying things in the Ministry of Education has been to see the students come back and tell me how they're loving their family and professionally serving others. It's good. So in formation ministry, it was the ability with the women who were joining our community to really be able to directly influence those values and principles that I think are at the heart of our faith and also at the heart of our Notre Dame mission. We can help our students and our employees recognize that they are loved by God just the way they are, that they don't have to change for God to love them, and that God is so good.
When I began my hospital chaplaincy, something stands out in my mind. There was a registered nurse in the ICU, and she was giving a bed bath to a newly admitted homeless patient. And as you can imagine, he was filthy. And yet I saw her showing such love and tender care. It's something I will always remember. That showed me her dedication because she had been a nurse there for over 30 years. But it also showed me that I wanted to give respect and show that all have dignity, and no matter who they are in life.
When the pandemic started, the deputy warden called and asked if there was anything that the men could do to help. I checked with Catholic Charities, and a very large need was for masks. So I called back and I said, we need masks. They worked tirelessly. The masks were beautiful, all different colors, but perfectly made. As a result of that request for masks, they provided 49,000 masks, which were used not only for Catholic Charities, but were also provided for the children in our schools. I believe that that is transformative.
So the greatest hope I have for the House of Hospitality and for the future of serving our migrant brothers and sisters is that we have many, many volunteers coming to our border town of Laredo, and they get this experience of being in solidarity with our migrants.
Currently in Ohio, there are 16,000 children in foster care. So there's a great need. Children are suffering. And my hope would be that we could encourage more foster parents to serve the needs of these children.
Find out everything you can about the culture of the people that you'll be working with, and be gift to the people. That's the best you can do. Be gift.
Catholic social teaching is for our modern time, and it's our role as educators, catechists, staff people to include everybody, to model that human dignity is within each person in our midst, and we need to reach out and welcome them and encourage them the best we can.
My hope is that for each of us in our ministry, we can recognize the face of Jesus Christ in everyone and in everything.
So I really think that the most important thing anyone can do in any ministry is to show that we are really listening attentively to others, responding to them, meeting them wherever they are.
I believe that any person who's going into a prison is going in to encounter people who are longing for a message of hope. And we can bring that. We can, by our own attitude, by our own way of seeing, we can bring that vision, that hope for the future, because no matter where you are, no matter who you are, there is hope.
My hopes for ministry are all greatest hopes because I'm just getting started.